Hello everybody, welcome to DT Power. This is Chris. Thanks for joining this video. Today we will be going over and demonstrating how to connect a DT lithium battery to vehicle inverter system. There will be some different types of cable that need to connect a battery to inverter. And I know this is where it confused people, but I promise you it's very simple. So let's just get started. So right now here we have got 51.2 volts, 10 kilowatt hours DT lithium iron phosphate batteries. And over here we have got vehicle inverter charging system. This is 58 volts, 5000 watt multiplus GX inverter chargers. And over here we have Servo GX and GX Touch 53. So let's take a closer look about DT battery first. So this is 51.2 volts, 200 ampere hour, and 10,240 watt hours storage lithium iron phosphate battery. Or we just say 48 volt battery because it works with all 48 volt equipments. This battery measures 485 millimeters wide and 500 millimeters deep. Is 280 in height. This is a server rack battery. That means it is designed to install in a server rack or telecom equipment rack or similar. This enclosure is a 60U enclosure, and also this weighs in at around 85 kilograms. So on this side battery, we have the main positive and the main terminal, negative terminal. In the middle right here we have a single circuit breaker is 125 ampere breaker. If we turn the circuit breaker in the off position, there is no voltage present at these two terminals. On the bottom we have a state of charger, 4 LEDs, an alarm LED, and a run LED, a series of 4 DIP switches. For assigning an address on the communications. You can think of it as an IP address for your battery individually. We have a series of RJ45 ports from the left to the right. RS232 that connects to your laptop, so you can change the settings by the software. RS485-1 and CAN. These two ports that connects to your inverter. RS485-1 is using a separator protocol to inverter, but some others they are using CAN protocol. That really depends on what inverter you will use in your system. And RS485-2, these two ports that for the communications between batteries when you parallel connection. And now a couple of things we want to remember is the communications between the inverter and the battery is only going to happen with the lithium batteries. And the other is you are going to make sure that the inverter that you will use, they have the capacity to communicate between battery management system, if lithium battery, and an inverter. DT batteries have a wide range of compatibilities with different types of inverter. So it's very important that we know your application or what inverter you will use, because for different application you might set different settings. Here is the dry port, is also another combination way. We have a reset button right here, so let's press this reset button to start the battery. So use a small screwdriver and press it for 2 seconds to turn it on. 1, 2, yeah, 2 seconds works. Now the battery is turned on. If you see a slow flashing green LED and the red LED is not on, that means everything is working properly. You can also see the state of charger here. So now the battery is active. So next, let's take a closer look about the LCD screen here. We will see the peak voltage is 52.68 volts. That I already charged this battery, and SOC 98% BMS information and input current. So let's go enter. This is set voltage, temperature, and capacity, BMS status. SOC is 98%, SOH 100%, and others information. Let's go down, see the temperature. There are 4 temperature sensors here, and also there are 2 sensors, temperature sensors are here. So there is a total 6 temperature sensor in here. So looking at the side, you can see we have some handles. We can lift it up by the bottom and use these handles slide in or out of the server rack. I'm going to connect only one battery to Victor inverter. But before we connect it to the inverter, we have to make sure the battery is power off. So we can safely connect these cables from the battery to inverter. So I'm going to use this screwdriver to press the reset button for 4 seconds to turn it off. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the battery is power off. So we can connect the battery to inverter.